Hi everyone, Michelle Zenisek here. Wanted to talk today about SEO tips that you maybe didn't know were SEO tips. So as we start this off, we want to make sure that we understand what SEO is. And SEO it stands for Search Engine Optimization, which is a set of practices designed to improve the appearance and positioning of web pages in organic search results. So because organic search is the most prominent way for people to discover and access online content, a good SEO strategy is important for improving the quality and quantity of traffic to your website. So the first tip that I want to give is the page speed of your website. So that means, like, if I go to your website, how long does it take for your website to load? Because the longer it takes, the more likely it is you're going to lose someone. They're going to click away from your site. So you want to make sure that when you test this periodically, visit your website, see how long it takes to load the page. If it's taking too long, there are some things that you might need to look at to increase that, which could be, it could even be just the images on your website. So you'd want to work with a web developer if page speed is an issue on your website. Another tip is you want to make sure you're linking to other sources than just yours. So let's say you create a blog post and maybe you're linking to another page on your website. Well, it might be a good idea to also write blog posts where you're talking about something you saw on another site that's relevant to what your audience might be looking for. And that way you can use that external link, which would be a link to another website, in the post. So because that actually does help with SEO when you're linking, not just linking to other pages on your site, but other pages on other sites. That helps with SEO because it builds credibility. The third tip would be your URL structure. So if users can't read or understand your URL, then search engines may be confused as well. So let's say, like this blog post may, I might have, it's going to be my domain name, which is runwithitva.com, and it's going to be / SEO tips. It actually may not be there, and I haven't figured out what my URL is going to be yet. But just using it as an example is what search engines are going to be looking for. So if someone types in the phrase SEO tips and my URL has that in it, that's going to cause it to rank higher in that search. So I hope that made sense. So the URL structure of your pages and your blog posts are very important. And then we all know about, if you're familiar with search engine optimization, you're familiar with keywords are very important, and sprinkling those, throughout your website and throughout blog posts and all of that. But what a lot of people don't understand is that keywords, like if you add an image to whether it's on your site somewhere or on your blog post, adding keywords to those images is just as relevant as adding the keywords in to the content. So just a little tip there in case you didn't know that. The fifth tip would be to use social share buttons and encourage others to share your website. So at the bottom of this blog post, you'll see some social share buttons, which would allow you to share this blog post, and I encourage you to do so. But you also want to put that in your blog post as well to encourage people to share your content. So you might say, use the social share buttons below to share this blog post with others. Or you might say, like for this, I might say if you know someone who needs to learn some of these SEO tips I'm talking about, use the social share buttons below and share this with them. Simple as that. So that's a great way to kind of end your blog posts. But also, it's kind of a call to action. It's telling people to do something, but you also want to make sure you're including call to actions to, if you've got especially you've got going on, or you've got a product you're promoting, you want to make sure you include those in as well. And you can always do like a postscript, like PS, make sure you check out this offer I have going on right now. This expires, on such and such a date, just using it as an example, so that you want people to share your content, but you also want to make sure you're bringing attention to the fact that you do have offers, and you're encouraging people to purchase them and telling them why they should purchase them. So I hope this has been very helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can DM me, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Twitter. You can DM me. My handle is runwithitva, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. Or if you've got some tips that I maybe didn't include here that you think, is not something that everybody knows as far as SEO is concerned, I'm happy to learn about those as well. So hope everyone is having a great day, and we'll talk again soon.